killing them, hopefully. The hopefully being,
Oh,
I don't want them to die. That's like the most important part of the whole process.
okay. So you want them alive?
Yes.
Gotcha. Uh, can you give me details on the magical item?
Well, the magical item is,
Have to
think
figure
like
out stipulations together, I
sarcophagus,
guess.
like pretty big. It's
Mm-hmm.
it's both sort of
Alright, back
magical
to the
and
game.
mechanical, and that it whoever is attached to it is kind of put in like a suspended kind of animation. Like they don't they don't age, they don't move, they don't do anything.
Huh. That's weird. So, uh, does it does it transmogrify the subject? Like are they turned to stone or some other
Nope.
material?
It freezes them.
Ooh, elemental freezing. Hmm. I haven't run across one of those. I'll be very interested to take a look at that. You wouldn't happen to have yeah?
Uh, yeah, we have it. It's still got the person inside that I want removed from the object.
Okay. Well, can you bring it by? We got a little lab area in the
Uh,
building across the street. We can do a little bit of explorative tinkering. Careful explorative tinkering.
yeah, I can get it. Yeah, can I say that just like Mr. Superos or like the other people, like the other guy just carried him with me or whatever, or like
Oh
he
yeah, it'd be fine. It'd
got
be
the horses
yeah,
with
it'd be
him
fine.
then.
Yeah, it'd be fine enough that you like just rented another pair of horses to, or rented a horse and a wagon to hold it behind. Um, so yeah, like they direct uh, Gnome goes with Callie over to the other building, which is set up like a full-on magical shop, and he has the sarcophagus brought in, and they have like some large, strong human fellows, move it in and set it where he can, kind of like poke around it, and he does much the same stuff that Callie does herself, and he goes over it and starts like asking Callie, questions of like, where did this come from? Do you know who made it? How did the person get trapped inside of it? Like those sort of like important follow-up questions.
Uh, where did it come from? I found it in an abandoned building on the coast. Who it was made by? Uh, I mean, would you believe me if I told you who it was made by? Who I think it may be made by?
Try me.
The Bleak Reef.
Don't know him.
All right, but
Fair enough.
fair enough. Fair enough. Um, and what was the last question?
How was the person inside of it trapped inside of it?
I don't exactly know. I know exactly that that person went missing 12 years ago. And has probably been in that suspended animation for 12 years.
Hmm.
That has
Okay.
been basically, I mean, I don't know if I probably should leave out the part where he's being used as a fucking battery for like a human shapeshifter.
Yeah, probably should want to leave that out. Okay, so I'm gonna make this guy's Arcana check. Oh, good. He rolls really high. Okay, so the gnome, he's asking these questions like while he's tinkering and such, and he calls in the assistance of a couple of other journeyman mages to cover and like check this shit out. And they get into some pretty deep discussion that rather quickly leaves like Callie's expertise when it comes to like purely magical hootenanny, as they go off to like theoretical arcanic stuff. but eventually they come to the conclusion that if this is designed to purely to hold somebody, then there are two methods to get the person out, because obviously while there is a thing, that does not prevent you from just opening up. Pulling the person out, though, probably, like just physically like removing them from there, is probably going to cause tremendous system shock. So this thing is clearly designed to put someone into, and then also is actually made for, but they can determine that it requires a command word to be spoken, which has to be spoken from the side of the device, so whoever's in it can't just say the word, turn it on and off. So you could either find the turn it off that way, or alternatively you could just take out the battery pack and then it no longer functions. But if it's designed like other magical items, that means its effect should end relatively benignly. So basically it should just stop like it's supposed to stop, kind of like thing. But then you're going to have a very damaged Azurketi man on your hands, and that's going to require medical expertise, which these guys are not doctors. They are Magitech people.
Can I say that Larry came with me?
I mean, sure. You want to ask Larry to come along?
Larry, if you come along, just in case we need to medically treat my frozen.
Okay.
I will try my best.
All right. So, Cap, I'm going to go ahead and let you know that the command word is a word in Azurketi Aquan. So it is a word from Azurketi Aquan that triggers this thing. You have to be outside of the box to turn it on and off. So you would need to figure out what the word is, or alternatively, pass a crafting check in order to battery.
I'll go with craft check.
Okay. All right, so you will need to
Should I give her like assistance for crafting?
You can. However, Laria, actually, let's skip the assistance, because Laria needs to prepare for immediate triage.
Okay.
All right, so Callie, let's start with that craft check.
What's the DC I'm aiming for?
The DC to pull the battery pack without otherwise damaging beyond repair the device is a DC 25.
Fuck.
You know what? I'll even go ahead and lab, and you've got as around. You've got a +2, so there's that.
Shit. I didn't get it.
Okay then. All right, so no. So you yank the battery pack, and the sarcophagus shuts down. But as you are yanking the battery pack, you also snap a couple of like super cooled tubes and other things like that. So it is effectively broken. The item is effectively broken. But it powers down, and you open up the lid, and you can see that the freezing effect on Reese is rapidly, but magically, point out. He is regaining some color and all of that sort of stuff as he begins to thaw. So, roughly 1 minute later, I need Laria to make a medicine check to stabilize Reese.
Can I help?
Yes, you can.
You want me to do it now?
Yeah, you'll need to do it now. Okay, good. That's again, we were shooting for a 20. So that makes it.
Mm.
Okay. Reese does not go into system shock. He begins breathing like normal. He very briefly regains consciousness, and he murmurs in Aquin as he's like kind of like getting his eyes open. His eyes are flat. He takes like a moment to focus on the figures who are standing above him, and like he looks at Larry for a moment, and then like looks a little over towards Callie, and in a very like croaky voice, he says, "That's a new one. Why are you badly disguised as my mom?" And then he just kind of faints.
Well, he's out of the sarcophagus.
He's out of the sarcophagus.
Yeah.
But the sarcophagus is otherwise broken. It will need to be fully repaired. And I gave you what the stuff for the repair in the Discord.
All right. Well, then I'll take it with us in case we need to fucking put someone on ice, I guess.
Yep. You never know when a cryo tube comes up. All right. While you are handling that, let's switch focus. So, June, you are in the open air market with Torque. Torque needs to buy a few things.
Right back.
She needs to buy some ammo because she's basically out of ammo for
not gonna lie,
her
I was gonna do the exact
gun.
same thing.
Yeah, she's also looking for a couple other items. She specifically, what she is looking for, is looking for a bladed scarf. Let's see. She wants to. And what was the other item that I was going to add to her list? Oh yeah, and she was also going to pick up some new performers duds. Okay.
I'll be
So-
right back myself.
No problem.
All right, so she's going to pick up some clothing, some ammo, and a thing that is
Get it back.
also like a big ass jar of honey.
June
June
gives her the side eye with the
June?
jar of honey. Just
She side eyes June right back. But slips in pocket. Iconic. I had an upset tummy for like 3 days.
she just like
Last
gives.
time I was here, I bought honey nuts with Tim. He didn't eat any, obviously, but like they were good.
And she keeps her mouth shut. She keeps her mouth shut.
Probably best to do that.
Okay, so what does June want to pick up while you're here?
She wants to get obviously more ammunition for Ladyfingers, and she was also going to see if they also have any magical ammunition.
Okay. Well, regular ammunition, which comes in packs of 10, is just a single silver piece. When it comes to magical ammunition, they do have magical ammunition. Let me pull that up here. All right. Okay. Yeah. We sell Type 1 magic ammunition,
Okay.
which is specifically called Spell Strike ammunition.
All right.
Spell Strike ammunition is 12 gold per bullet.
12 gold per bullet. Okay. I
so
will get... Let me just double check how much money I actually have before I go shopping. So you said it was silver per normal ammunition.
Yeah, silver per 10 of normal ammunition.
Okay, so she will go ahead and buy just 30 worth of... So that'd be 3 gold pieces for normal ammunition.
Mm-hmm.
So 164 gold. I'll add 30 to my count. And what were the types of the spell strike ammunition?
They only sell type 1s.
Or I mean, like
type
the
1,
effect, I guess you could say.
Well, type 1s, because they actually have a large enough population of crafters here to do so, because they can bespoke them for you. Like, what spell, which has to be a level 1 spell, would you like to put in it?
Well, let's see. I know there was a Thunder Sphere one that I used up, and there was also the Fire one, right?
Yeah.
So do you want to get one of each of those?
Okay.
So I'll subtract 24 gold.
I returned.
740 gold. You know, she will get a third ammunition of a different type. But we can. I'll look up the spell later after with you. But yeah, she'll get a third one of a different type.
Okay.
So minus 12. That's going to be 28. Okay, so I have 128 gold left. Or no, it was 128 gold. And that will be her shopping, I guess.
Okay. All right. June, I need you to make a perception check.
All right, no problem.
DC 17.
Oof. Damn.
Okay.
So,
Damn.
and I'm out of hero points.
Succeeded. I don't think June has succeeded a single perception check this entire game.
Yeah, they've
Which is
kind of
ironic.
shit.
Ironic for rogue, but yeah. I mean, my perception's only a plus 10.
It's only a plus 10.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So, that I will update Torque's like actual attack stats and everything later here for her new stuff. But let me make sure I write down that she has this. She picks up the bladed scarf, which just looks like a scarf. So she gets like a long, colorful scarf with like, dangly bits that come off of it, but it has a woven through the length of it. It has a chain, and on either the scarf, there is a little hidden sheath that she can pop the sheath off of and then swing the scarf around, and it gives her a ranged but not projectile weapon, so she can reach. It gives her reach with the bladed scarf. So that's what that is for. Okay, but yeah, she gets that to match up with her stuff. I'm gonna say that she spends a copper, honey, and yeah. So otherwise, while you're in the market, like after you all picked up the important stuff, Torque, having mentioned the fact that she picked up honey nuts last time that she was here, she takes you over to the cart where they have all of the like candies and nuts and like snack stuff, and there is I say cart, but it's a whole stall.
Yeah.
She takes you over to the stall, and the stall has a merchant there, and that merchant is a Vanara man who is a portly individual. So imagine like a very well-dressed orangutan is sitting on the other side of like a table that's just covered in open like boxes and crates that have rainbows of different like candies in them, and he sells them by the bag. Like, get like a scoop and you fill up a bag, and he sells by the bag. And Torque is very like picky over like which candies that she wants, and she takes a lot of time to like fill up a bag with a whole bunch of like different like chaos fucking flavors, where she's like, I want 5 green Skittles and then 5 green M&Ms, like she's just like taking all of that sort of stuff and just taking her time about it and whatnot. And she would like to know, what does June want from the candy?
She wants things that are sweet and not sour.
Okay, no sour candy for June. That'll be just for Torque. All right, so Torque then gets 2 bags, one for sour candies and one for... And then, after she has gotten candies and whatnot, she asks June if, do you feel like going back over to the Cat's Eye? Just we can pop in and say hi to Fridge and see what's happening.
I would actually.
Okay, so then that's where the 2 of you go, which leaves us with the Conrossi. So, Seamus, you are in a big town that has a lot of stuff available. Is there any shopping or anything that you want to get done while you're in town?
I'm going to try to find some more armor.
So we're over here.
Okay.
And where's Callie again?
Callie is over at Herbert. So
Like
we'll put
over, yeah.
Callie's
Like there.
thing over here at Herbert's. All right, so you want to get some more armor. Your best bet for armor would be to head up to Smallboroughs and see what Fulkard's got available.
Alrighty.
Okay, so you head up over here to Fulkard's. Fulkard, the halfling man, he's there when Seamus shows up, and when you walk in, he at you. Then he does like a double take, and he's like, "Oh, hey, it's you. Where the hell have you been? What you been up to?"
Long story.
You do look kind of rough, which is surprising because like you don't have like flesh or anything, but you look like you've taken some hits.
Let's just say I felt like I had a couple of years taken off my life.
Oof. Well, what can I help you with then?
Got any armor?
Several kinds. What kind of armor are you good with? Basically, he's asking what training.
I'm good with the
does
light
Seamus
armor,
have?
right? I think I'm good with light armor, yeah.
I believe so, but let me confirm that. Let's Magus. Details. Magus. Let's see here. In defense, you're trained all the way up.
All the way up to what?
Medium. So you have light and medium armor.
I don't get any detriments from using medium armor, right?
Just the regular detriments you get from wearing medium. Which isn't much, but like, yeah, it would have higher hard armor class bonus.
You know what? I'll go for medium armor this time.
Okay. All right. So let's look at medium armors, and let's just look at the higher end. Let's see here. Medium. Okay. Well, do you want breastplate? Because he can give you breastplate.
Seamus looks down at his cloaks and he looks back up. Do I look like I got titties?
Well, no. I mean, if you want armor, and like this halfling man, He like just looks you up and down, and then he reaches over to his like pull rack where he's got stuff set up, and he's like, "Well, if you want to look like a guy, I do have female play, but if you prefer a more slim, svelte appearance, I've got multiple other build types. I've got the standard Imperial design. I've got a couple which come from some craftsmen over in Bach. If you want something weird, something that brings maybe some attention to you, I do have this colorful piece that's from Uxland. But that's just looks. I mean, otherwise, though, you're dealing with the same. These things. You've got mostly protection around the torso. There's some bits that hang down. There's some bits that go onto the arm. It does come with gloves if you want them. So there's that. Now, if you don't want breastplate, well, we could go for another relatively similar level of armor. We could go for scale or chain. That is more flexible, but still provides a lot of like hard stopping power. If you want to go old school about it, well, I've got some. Well, look, there's a craftsman here in Harlem, catfolk guy, real nice stand-up dude, and he keeps a lot of the old catfolk sort of like cultural skills alive. And one of the things he makes traditional catfolk armor, which is normally pretty light, but they do have a heavy version. It's made out of hide, mostly, like animal hides, that have been cured, turned into strips, and then like dyed in multiple colors and that sort of thing. So again, it's really colorful. It's very unusual, because not a lot of people are wearing that sort of thing. So if you want to go for something fancy, I got a couple of fancy ones.
I'll take you up on that scale armor.
All right then. Now, I do have some enhanced options when it comes to scale. So I can either give you just regular scale, plenty fine, or I could give you something with like maybe set up. But of course, that's going to cost you a little bit.
What does the enhanced have?
For the enhanced stuff, Fulkard can provide you with runes, or put runes on the armor. He is limited by level. He can only go up to level 5, which will give potency of a +1 to the armor. So basically, it turns the scale mail into +1 scale.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. Now, doing that does jump the price to 160 gold.
160 gold?
Yes. Although he'll give you a 5 gold discount because
a platinum piece is worth 100 gold, right?
a platinum piece is worth 10 gold.
10, okay.
Yeah. Each one is a jump of 10.
Okay. So you said it was 160?
Well, 155 because you get
155.
friends. Because you get friends discount.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay. All right then. So he gives you scale mail that has been enhanced with armor potency. However, again, he has a couple of options. Imperial scale mail? Do you want Bakken scale mail? Do you want what is the name of the other country? I have forgotten the name of the other country. But the country that's like directly north of where you're at right now. They also have their own brand of scale mail, and what he pulls out, just so you know what it looks like, is it's very sleek and shiny. Like the metal scales themselves have been coated with like a reflective sort of lacquer, so that they look more organic. And the scale pattern could be either fish or reptile.
Hmm. I'll look at the reflective ones.
Okay. Then he gives you the fancy scale mail that has also been upgraded.
Oh boy.
Boy.
Yeah. Now, scale mail itself, specifically, just so that again we're being direct here. Scale mail is a medium armor.
Mm-hmm.
It has a AC bonus of 3, bring that up to 4 with the +1 armor. It has a dex cap of +2. So if your dex bonus is higher, you only get to add 2 to your AC.
Mm-hmm.
There is a check penalty of -2. However, if your strength is a bonus of 2 or higher, you get to.
Oh yeah. I have it's a 3, so I'm good.
There is a -5 penalty to speed because of the armor.
You're cutting in and out on me, Fuzzy.
There is a -5 penalty to your movement speed because of the weight of the armor.
Mm. Okay.
The other we need to check your level real quick because if you've got the armor specialty thing, then you get a special thing from wearing this armor. Let's see here. Look at your class. Do you get... Okay, so there's the weapon expertise, weapon specialization. Okay, you get armor expertise at level 11. Okay. All right, so not yet. Doesn't count in yet. All right, so we don't need to worry about that. Okie dokie. Okay, but otherwise, yeah, he hands you off the fancy dancy scale mail. So, get to cracking. However, do you also want to pick up a shield? Because that will add another 2 to your AC.
What would be the point? Because my scythe is a two-handed weapon.
Well, yeah, I mean, that would be the problem, is you would to use the shield and the scythe at the same time.
I mean, I could try making you like one of those shields that locks on your arm, so you can still wield a weapon.
Yeah.
It's just that you probably won't be able to use one or the other at the same time.
Yeah, that would still be the you could have a shield that is there that you can choose to activate it. So, but while it's activated, it means you can't use the two-handed weapon, but you can automatically deactivate it to use your two-handed weapon. That is a thing that you can just do.
Yeah, and it's not a free action though. It's an action that I have to use regardless. Correct?
Yeah, it is an action for you to snap the shield in place. I think it action though.
I think I'll be fine with just armor for being up to a 25 AC.
Okay. All right. So then that switches up your AC. That'll make it a ass whipped out
a lot
of you.
Harder for yeah.
Yeah, that will make that a bit harder. Okay. Nice upgrade, by the way. Anything else while you're at Folkard's?
Folkard's is kind of like is it like a general store, or is it just for like weapons and armor and stuff?
It's also general. He sells a little bit of everything.
You know what? As of right now, I think I'm good.
Okay then. All right. So as we are approaching 10 o'clock, I want to ask the party, do you guys want to hang around in Harham for, like, say, more than a day before you otherwise hit the road back to camp?
My vote would be to like take a night to rest, before we get, you know, on the road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Okay.
especially
then.
if Callie's brother is like in, I wouldn't say like in hospice, but like like they're how long would it take for them to like get up and about?
That is a good question. Let's see.
I mean, we haven't like
I'm going to say
like they just woke up and then we kind of.
Okay, I'm going to say as far as Reese is concerned, you will need a way to transport him because right now he cannot. He's bouncing in and out of consciousness like every couple of minutes, so he's not like lucid or anything. He is stabilized, and he is going to need time to heal, and immediately moving him not really going to be like very conducive for that. But you could, like, say in the next day, you could hire a carriage so that he could be transported as comfortably as possible out to the camp. So that is something you could definitely do, but you would need to stick around to be able to like hire a carriage to do that.
I mean, why don't we stay in Harem for like at least a few days to, monitor their condition? They might, improve or get worse, and then like maybe then they'll be, lucid enough to kind of stand on their own feet, I guess, and and maybe even Callie can work on that prosthetic arm,
Isn't the prosthetic arm already done at this point?
Oh, was it? Or
well, yeah, the prosthetic arm is otherwise ready to go. In those like brief moments where like he wakes up enough to be able to like move around and Callie has tested it to the point where it is reacting to his like muscles and whatnot. Like you see the fingers like flex and all that sort of stuff. So as far as that is concerned, that's working. However, though, June does bring up a good point. Harham is loaded with doctors and specialists who can help. If you go out to the camp, it's literally going to be on Callie and Larry to make sure that nothing happens to him.
Probably a good idea then to stay in Harem so that his condition doesn't worsen.
Okay, then.
Yeah, at least until they're
what I will
at least until they're like a bit more like not needing like 24-hour care,
Yeah. Okay, so then what I will do is I will write up for the next part that we're going to assume that the party is going to stay in Harham for probably 2 to 3 days. We'll need to make some for Rusi to be able to be okay for like transport. And then it will take a couple of days for you guys to get back out to camp. I am going to say, though, that in this first day, Tim is also going to take advantage of the mail service and send a letter to camp addressed to Gloria to let her know that you guys are back in Har to camp in a couple of days.
And probably a little something for her. I don't know.
Yeah, like you see him writing this all out with like, absolute precision, like a printer. All that. It's like printer, little like flowy heart bubbles. Printer, little flowy heart. Printer. Yeah. Yeah, so you see him just write out a note, and it's just also kind of just describing what the party has gone through. And he takes advantage of that courier, and the courier leaves now to go over and get to the camp and let Gloria know to expect you guys in a few days. Okay, so then as we are here at or coming up on 10 o'clock, this will be where we are going to end session. Thank you guys for showing up and putting up with my absolute horse shit.
I
Given
almost
that
died.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and given that we were running low on people, I figured that the iron help, such as it were, that like the moment it looked like Seamus was either like down or about to go down, it was just gonna fuck off and therefore not force you guys to fight it.
Yeah. I mean, like Seamus
which
was.
is-
If Seamus could cough up blood, I'm pretty sure they would be at that point.
Oh yeah, yeah. So yeah, Seamus going down in the fireball fulfilled its end of the contract, so it just fucking left.
I'll be honest. I didn't really like this session.
Yeah, well, it happens sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, I don't
hopefully,
think I passed a single check this session.
You at least
I'm
did,
upset.
you at
My own
least did-
fireball blew up.
You at least did damage. I was completely useless. I didn't fucking do. I did 0 damage this entire. I got like half of my health taken away, and I did 0 damage during the fight. I didn't even need to fucking be here. Like literally, I'm not even like joking
don't say that.
about that. I really.
No,
well,
don't say that.
I mean, yeah. Well, I mean, but that is factual, and that you didn't do any damage, and that you did get like wiped out.
At least you weren't dead for most of the fucking
Yeah, this time around. I have to admit though that like Syrup, I'm unhappy with how Callie as a character performs mechanically. So because I have not done so, I am going to time over this like coming week to dig into the character sheet, see if there's just some sort of like flaw that has not been fixed properly. And then I will talk to you in DMs about how we can get Callie up on like the same page with everybody else, power level scale wise, because it's just not working for some reason.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just the one thing that I was also kind of like disappointed by is like the one thing I wanted to do this session was like do some RP between Callie and her brother, and then like it was literally like the last like fucking like 30 minutes we were like I actually finally got to like take him out of the fucking cryo chamber.
Yeah.
And there wasn't much really anything else that I could do.
Yeah, well, you'll definitely be getting that like full force next session.
Yeah, I don't know. Kind of didn't enjoy this session at all.
It's understandable. Well, that's unfortunate, but like,
Shit
yeah, and
happens.
yeah, it shit happens. But also, you know, whenever something like this, you know, does happen, and you don't feel particularly happy with the result, do please, as you are doing right now, let me know. You know, and if you can point out exactly what was, you know, kind of the problem, that always helps.
Okay.
But even if you don't know, you just point it out, because that's how I can make sure that I provide a better experience for you.
I'm sorry about that interruption, but I just also wanted to kind of put in my 2 cents in. Callie, I know that, which we all agree, like, yeah, the dice kind of don't really seem to roll your way sometimes, but that, well, mechanically you may be kind of tripping up, like, in character, like, Callie is just, like, I adore her. Like, she is really, like, it's not just a numbers game, you know. It's not just about getting the high number and winning, you know. It's like we're all like doing our.
That's like I do get that. It's like it's just that like I didn't even get the chance to do some RP games here either. It's like I could care less about rolling really low in fights. It was just that like I also didn't get the RP.
Yeah, the dopamine did not hit.
Yeah, and I'm truly sorry that you're feeling that way, and I know it's not a good feeling. I've been there before. It's like I want to tell you like it gets better. It's not like this all the time, but I know it's like hard to, like, from your perspective, you know, it's not really, like you said, like the dopamine's not hitting. It's like I feel for you, and I really do, and I just want you to know that you are as much an important part of this team, of this group, of like this, like as a player, you matter just as much as all of us, and no one is like less, like you don't matter less than like Torque or Tim or anybody else, like. See, that's 21. That's not a bad roll. Like if you were like say we were back in that fight, that would have hit. You would have done some like damage. It's just like
the problem was I didn't use any of those moves because they would all do splash damage. That was like the whole reason I was like, okay, well I guess I got to get in melee range.
Yeah, and hey,
use a sword.
If you need to like tweak some stuff, like we can try to help you out with that. If you're not really,
I'll go everything with a fine tooth comb.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just want you to know that we want you to have a good time. We aren't trying to blow you off like we want you to have a good time. We want you to feel the dopamine. We want you to enjoy the sessions. We don't want you to have a bad session like this one, and I'm really sorry about that.
Yeah. I mean, everything that Citrus is saying, I double down on all of them. But yeah, I mean, I'm a significant part, frankly, sits heavily on me for providing entertainment and satisfaction through these sessions. So, I do, again, very much suggest to you, as I said before, if anything comes up that's just not gelling, say something to me about it. Because I do not shy away from criticism or anything like that, because I want this to run smoothly and I want it to be fun for everyone. So, if that dopamine hit ain't hitting, then I need to do something about that. All of that said, I do want to also go ahead and let everybody know to go ahead and add another 150 experience points to your characters.
600.
Yeah, that should bring you up to 600 for totals. I have been tapped for a work thing, which will come up on the 18th. So our next session on the 11th will be uninterrupted, but the 18th I will be working. So the 18th, no session.
Okay.
Yeah, and hopefully,
then
the dog and Tim will be able.
Yeah,
to
I was expecting the dog to be here, but lo and behold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe they fall
Because he
asleep.
said he wasn't working today.
Yeah,
He's
he said
working
he wasn't-
tomorrow.
I literally asked him like 30 minutes before the session. I'm like, "Are you gonna be there?" And then he said yes. So he either has some is doing something with his family, or like he fell asleep between then and now, and has just been asleep this whole time.
I think we just
Likely probably passed out.
Yeah.
I would hope that he comes back and tells us he was spending time with his family, because I'd be kind of a little bit peeved if he just fell asleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be a little lame.
Maybe
but
we need
hopefully,
to talk about
that's
but
the
yeah.
case. But either way, Syrup's experience aside, this was a pretty good session. I knew that this would be a sort of transfer thing, and that I was introducing a new, wrinkle to everything with the Proteans and the Time Dog. So yeah, a lot of shit was flying around, and it was as smooth as it possibly could. But at the same time, it wasn't like super bad.
I almost died.
You did. I almost killed you.
I
Part
wouldn't
of
be
me is like,
mad.
damn. Yeah, part of me is like, damn.
No, Fuzzy. If you want to be balls to the walls to Seamus, be balls to the walls against Seamus. I do not care.
Seamus has the worst though.
Oh no! It's balls to the chin, not balls to the wall.
Yeah, you're right.
So yeah, either than all of that though, and of course, obviously, as I said to Syrup, I extend this to everyone else. Should you not be having fun for any particular reason, no. And if you know why you're not having fun, it's always good to be specific. But even if you don't know, just let me know.
I didn't like the fact that
Otherwise,
you had that guy shoot the fireball back at me, and I fucking died.
I like how he did like
Good.
their phrase back at them
Good.
too.
You're not supposed to
It's
like that. You're not supposed to like that. Yeah. Shit ass.
Man hit me with the no you, and then fucking eat the think fast shit ass.
Well, I mean, it was.
It did come
sort
out
of
of
encounter.
nowhere. Like it was something I did like though, because I'm like, what the fuck do you mean my fireball got stolen? Where'd it go?
What the fuck do you mean my time powers are? Which I love that, like, your time shenanigan thing gets turned off and you still critical your fucking initiative anyways. That was fucking hilarious. You and the Azaretsi had the exact same initiative. You both went on 29. For crying out loud. Absolutely wild. But either way, yeah. Everybody, otherwise, thank you again for showing up, putting up with my horse ass. I will talk to you guys later. I'm going to go make a little snack, and then I'll be back. But otherwise, have a good night.
Yeah, I was gonna get.
Y'all
some
take it
food.
easy.
Take care.
Oh yeah, Fuzzy. Give me the information for the scale armor, and I'll update my character sheet.
Okay, I'll send it to you in just a minute then.
All right, appreciate it.
All right, no problem. Talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh, okay, they left. Bye, Ilaria. Or Zany, I don't know. Take care.
Hello.
Bye.
I'm just gonna do this. There we go.
Wait, Zany. Oh my God, Zany. Thank you, Zany.
Oh, no problem. I wanted to do 5, but I didn't have enough.
What?
Yeah.
Just.
That is just my little gift.
Come here, you. Mwah. Hope you have a good night, hun. Thank you so much, and hope you had a good session with us.
Oh, I had a pretty good session, and I hope you did too.
I did. I just hope Syrup has a better session next time.
Yeah.
But you have a good one. I'm gonna go get some food, okay?
Okay. Well,
Have
you
a
take
good
it
night.
easy.
Bye-bye.
Good night. Bye.
Okay. Thank you again, Zany, so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you, 02, for the sub earlier as well. I greatly appreciate it. It means a lot, and things are tough right now. I can't really do streams other than, our weekend game, our Saturday games, but I know things will get better. I have faith that things will get better. But without further ado, let's go ahead and see where we will take our raid to. Let's see, who is online? We have quite a lot of people. We have Les Scarecrow, Nightman, Menagerie, Serpent Mythos, Sapphire Gleam, Planet Urain, Astro Lovelace, Ultra R2, Shog Mommy, Days DXE, Bongo V1, Shelfer Brains, Lixie90, Sparkle Uchi, Caden Monroe, Momo, Isabella Ooze, Good Jared, Tiffany Witcher, Saria Hanedu Goblin Fia, Beauty Banger, Miss Jackie, Party Maness, Fanari Mori, and we're getting close to the really big ones. Let's see, how many is that? I'm pretty sure that is way more than 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19, 20 is Tiffany. And then let's do another 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, so that is actually it's about 30. Alright, so let's do a roll. A D30. And we'll see where the dice take us. Oh, a 1. So we're gonna go ahead and After all that, we're just go to the first one. That's gonna be Les Scarecrow. They are playing Star Wars Rogue Squadron. Let's see, are they still live? Just want to make sure they are. Yes, they are. Let's go ahead and say hi to them, okay? Thank you everybody for being here. I really appreciate it. And I will see you again soon. Have a good night. Bye-bye. Oh, I should probably just... I forgot I don't have like the BRB screen on this thing. I keep forgetting to add that. Yeah, so it's gonna be les_scare_crow. There we go. And here's the raid message. Oh. And if you aren't subbed, you can go ahead and use this one, or use your own emotes, or just the words, whatever you want. I really appreciate everyone that was here tonight, and I hope you enjoyed the session. Have a good one, and I will see you next time. Whenever that will be, I'm not sure if it's gonna be next Saturday when we have our next game, or another time before that. I don't know. My schedule is kind of... it's not even packed. I'm just like so busy. Okay, not gonna end on a negative note. Gonna end on a positive note. So again, thank you everybody for being here. Thank you everybody for that was lurking, that gifted subs, that played with us, our GM, our players, everybody. I care about you all so much, and your support just keeps me going on, and I just want you to know that. Have a good night, everybody. Let's go ahead and raid. I seriously do need to add like a BRB, or like a... Maybe I should get like unique ones for this? I'm not sure. But anyway, raid time.